Yay! Yay! Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Gist with Yomi, Yomi, Yomi. Thank you if you are a returning viewer. Thank you so much. However, if this is your first time in this channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please just click on that subscribe button, subscribe, like, thumbs up, click, and please share. Doing that is helping me, okay? And I really appreciate that. So now let's come to the reason for this moment. Actually, today, so many years ago, today is the 18th day of the month of May. I would like to introduce to you somebody that's such a legend. Yeah, that's the word. A legend, a very kind-hearted person. So much love from his people. You see, somebody has a very good heart. You know, goodness, if you're pure, it kind of attracts good things. Even devil, like the word of God says, when something about when you are in the right way or your ways are right with God, even your enemies will be at peace with you. Yes, that is this person I'm talking about. He was such a great inspiration to a lot of people. He was a great help to a lot of people. He was a selfless server. He served these people literally, because when you're always out there helping people, doing good for people, you're serving them. You're not sitting down and because you think you're all that, you expect people to come to you and, yeah, I want to lord over them. No, dude was down to earth, serving people, providing. Whenever you go to his house, you see people. And the unfortunate thing is that I didn't know him too much, but a little bit of him. And that little bit went a long way in my growing up. This man was a great father, a wonderful dad, and a great husband. Oh my God. Someone that would go the extra mile just to help him. He was selfless to a fault. He was a loving, gentle spirit. Yes, that is very important. He was such a gentle spirit. Gentle, cool-headed. He didn't allow his position to get into his head. Instead, his position, he used it to serve the people in return. His name was Peter Awala, Chief Peter Awala. That was my father. He died on the 18th of September. Today, I am a legacy of that great man. Me and my siblings, we are all a work of art. The thing that he left, the legacy he left behind, so the world will see and know him. Even though they didn't know him so much. However, for those that knew him, they will never forget him. I remember one of my older brother, actually, he posted something on the page today, the page that me and my siblings are in, and he was, reflecting on when he was going to go to high school back home, how our dad took him to the school, and as soon as the principal saw him, that was it. And the people in the village, the people around, when they heard he was in town, they all started trooping in just to meet him, just to see him, just to greet him, and of course expected something from him. That was the kind of man he was. He left traces of his goodness. He left things for people to remember him by. His family loved him. His immediate family, we loved him. His extended family, the villagers, Those from the village, they come to his house in the city. I remember as a child, I was little, and there's this celebration they do every year that will all go to my dad's house. People will come, they will cook, they will eat, they will be dancing. I never knew any of those people, but they say some of them came from the village, some that lives in the city. Those companies used to be packed with people, families and friends. He was a giver, the one that put himself to the side and take care of others. I remember as a child, whenever I'm in the house, I didn't live in the house with them. I used to live with my grandmother, and my other siblings were there. I remember how whenever I go there and he has to eat, he could just take 1 or 2 bites and not say, oh yeah, Enrique, meaning, okay, you guys, you can have it. The children will just come troop to the table and we finish without even thinking of the owner of the food as not, he will not eat. As long as it's not as if there's no money. It's not as if there's no food. There's food. The children, they already gave us a portion. We already ate. But his own, we still want to eat. And he doesn't care if he doesn't eat or not. As long as we are satisfied. As long as his families, the community is satisfied. He was a gentle spirit. He was such a gentle man. I didn't know him that much. But the little I saw, I will never forget. I could remember when he just passed, right? Even though I didn't know what it means for somebody to die. And I could remember seeing him. I don't know what that meant, but I could see him, like literally, physically see him. I remember one of those occasions when I saw my dad. I was on the other side of the road and he was on the other side, and it was like doing this, that I should come to him. I didn't know what to do. It means I have to cross the road, right? So I went to my grandmom. I said, Mama, why Bakpo? Mama, I'm like, Mama, come see my dad. We used to call him Bakpo. Mama, Bakpo, not me. Meaning Bakpo is calling me. My grandmom ran with me, and I said, what is it? I said, over there. I was pointing. However, I wasn't there anymore. And my grandma was like, no, if he calls you next time, do not go, do not even answer him. What she used to say, the dead does not have nothing to do with the living. And I didn't know what that means, but I was thrilled to see him, even though they said he was dead and I was seeing him. So to me, it was a thing of joy. And he used to appear to me in my dreams a lot and used to say a lot of things. And the last time I actually saw him, I was in the university, and he came to my dorm room and he was trying to tell me something. He was trying to whisper to my, you know how you go to somebody's ear and try to whisper? Yes. He was trying to do that, and one of my friends just walked into the room and he left. I never saw him again. Even though I missed those time, I still do, because I really didn't, I would say, enjoy more like I should have. When I see people today celebrating, my dad is 40 years old, my dad is 50, is 60, is 70, 80, and the rest of it, I never had that opportunity. However, I'm still grateful to God for the little time that I had and knew him as my earthly father. That little moment, I cherish it. And today, I'm celebrating his legacy. I'm celebrating this wonderful man, this beautiful soul. I can see him in my mind. It walks so like, you see those tall guys, lean, has this move, this thing. And the funniest thing, whenever I see my older son, walking, it reminds me of my dad. For some reason, I don't know. I can remember telling one of my elder sisters, I'm like, my son looks like one of my older brother. I keep saying that, and my sister was like, oh, really? Said it means he looks like my dad somehow, because the brother I'm referring to is one of my brothers. They said looks so much like my father. So when I'm saying this, my sister is like, then it probably looks like my dad because that is the one that looks like my dad. I miss you, Daddy. I miss you, Bakpo. God, everything happens for a reason. You know how they say the good ones go first? I don't know how true that is, but he left pretty early. And today I celebrate him. I celebrate this wonderful father, a great husband, a wonderful brother, uncle. Call him whatever you want to call him. But he was a good, good man. And we miss him so much. My siblings and I, we miss him. And Bakpo, whatever you are, I hope you're okay. I know you're rested in peace. And I thank God for keeping me and my siblings to see today. God, I'm grateful. It's by your mercy. It's by your grace. And once again, this is a special dedication to my beloved father. Bakpo, I love you. I love God most. And thank you so much, you guys, for watching. And I'll